On 7 October, Muslim terrorists carried out the worst massacre of Jews since the Holocaust, taking more than 200 hostages. Anti-Western terror sympathizers, from truancy icon and weather fanatic Greta Thunberg to Judith Butler, see jihadi loyalists and sympathizers of Hamas and Hezbollah as resistance movements. Cheerleaders of terror occupy universities, beat, threaten, and intimidate Jewish students, march on and conquer European and American streets in the name of their jihad, to the shame of the police and the public. Woke presidents of Western universities exchange anti-Semitic tweets while finding genocide against Jews compatible with university rules. Politicians and the woke media don't want to see reality because it disturbs their lie that Islamic terror will stop if Israel makes enough concessions to Muslim terrorists. False. If Israel lays down its arms tomorrow, there will be no peace. There will be no Israel. Muslim ethnic cleansing of Jews has an unambiguous history. In 1948, there were 900,000 Jews in Arab lands. Today, perhaps 27,000. The rest of the Jews in these Arab countries fled oppression, torture, and violent pogroms. There is as little left of the Jews in North Africa as of the Christians in Turkey, millions of whom were murdered and driven out. The world is silent about the Turkish atrocities against non-Muslims. But this is happening in the West too, with rising Jewish persecution, intimidation, and expulsion by those who can't be named. But it only starts with the Jews. It doesn't end there. Since 7 October, the number of anti-Semitic attacks has risen by 200% in Britain, 300% in France, and 400% in Belgium. In Germany, the Commissioner for Anti-Semitism, Felix Klein, has spoken of a tsunami of anti-Semitism. Europe is in flames, suffering under Islamic Jihad and welfare migration, with ignorant or complicit EU politicians having lit the fire with their reckless immigration policies. After the massacres of 7 October, 30,000 Jews left the West, immigrating to Israel. Even under rocket fire from Hezbollah and Iran, they feel safer there than here. Even with the threat of Muslim jihad attacks, they feel safer in Israel than they do in European countries like Germany. Another lie is that Islamic terror is the result of the Middle East conflict and the misery of the Palestinians, for which Israel is responsible. Again, false. Muslim jihadis don't need reasons to murder infidels. Christmas 1923 in Nigeria, 20 Christian villages attacked, women and children murdered, 200 dead, hundreds wounded by Muslim jihadists, thousands of miles from the Middle East. 8,000 Nigerian Christians were murdered by Muslims in 2023. No occupied territories, but the same massacre as Hamas, while Muslims wallow in their victimhood and rant about hostility towards Muslims. Open Doors counts at least 317 million persecuted Christians in the world, most of them in Muslim countries. Everyone talks about Gaza, but who talks about Christian ethnic cleansing by Muslims in Nagorno-Karabakh, Azerbaijan? A successful ethnic cleansing of Christians happened there, and what you hear is 100% silence. Islam practices subjugation, expulsion, or murder when dealing with non-Muslims, the infidels, the kuffar. But if the West is not safe, where do we go? When do we push back and say no? Samuel Huntington said, Islam has bloody borders. These borders now run through the heart of American and European cities. Every Palestinian demonstration is a show of Muslim force. In Berlin, the police are asking people not to throw stones at them. Do we have to specify which people? Where are the water cannons they used against the peaceful coronavirus demonstrators? In the UK, the police literally run away or ask Muslim protesters with weapons to kindly leave them at the mosques. Presumably, a UK mosque is a legal weapons cache. The 7th of October is a sign of what awaits us when Islam takes over Western Europe. synagogues will burn. Hundreds of churches are already burning. First the Saturday people, then the Sunday people. It is now Sunday in their world. Perhaps our elite politicians and academics have submitted to Islam, but will you submit? This is the difference between us, and them. When your leaders have long since defected to the flag-waving Islamic mob to secure a position in the caliphate, we will be defending our homes, our values, our countries, our synagogues, and our churches. We will never surrender. We do not submit.